All right, good morning. Good morning, everyone. This is Immigration Attorney Connie Kaplan. We help immigrants everywhere make the United States their permanent home. So today we are going to address your questions. So if you have US immigration questions, and particularly if you are already in the United States, then please put your questions in the chat and I will address them in the order in which they came. All right. So, but today, what are we going to talk about is, should you leave the United States if you have a green card application pending? Okay. So, of course, this assumes you are already in the United States. So, good morning, everyone. So, let's say hello to some people. Hi, Nelson. All right, great. Hi, Daniel. Great. Good to see you guys. Hi, Maria. So how can you apply? That is a very generic question that doesn't ask me anything. So I don't know what you're asking. You need to give me more information. So just so you guys remember, I am a US immigration attorney. So all your questions have to be about immigrating to the United States or how to remain in the United States if you are already here. So those are the questions I can address for you. I am not qualified to give you answers on how you should apply for immigrating to Canada, the UK, or any other country, only the US. So I'm an immigration attorney in the US. So let's talk about, you have a green card application pending, okay, and you are thinking about leaving the country. So you need to know, when can you leave and when can you not leave the United States? So generally speaking, okay, if you are in the United States, you applied for a green card, and for some reason you need to travel abroad. When you are applying for the green card in the United States, at the same time, you would be applying for a work permit and a travel permit. That travel permit is actually called an advance parole, okay? So, when you are applying for that advance parole, you will eventually get it in about 6 to 9 months. And then your question is, should you travel or should you not travel? We advise all of our clients not to. And the reason for that is that when you are getting the advance parole, what happens is the government says, you are free to leave the United States and come back to the United States. And if you come back, when you come back, we are going to consider your application for green card not abandoned. So basically they're saying, if you're leaving, it's going to be abandoned, but with this paper, we're not going to consider it abandoned. That being said, nowhere on that piece of paper does it say that there is guaranteed that you are going to be allowed back into the United States when you travel with the advance parole. So knowing your particular situation would help us give you better advice on that, because in some cases you can apply, you can travel, depending on the type of visa you were in prior to applying for the green card. In some cases, you shouldn't travel. If you have a removal order, if you have other immigration history issues, you should not travel outside the United States. Our main advice, most cases, do not travel outside the United States while your green card application is pending. So let's address some of your questions. So yes, good morning. I'm living in the UAE. How can I apply? I don't know what you want to apply for. I'm a registered nurse. Is it feasible to apply for green card without doing the NCLEX exam? No, not a chance. Okay, you need to pass the exam and you need to show that you are eligible to work in the United States, and you cannot get registered, okay, as a registered nurse. You cannot get the license until you pass the exams. You need to find another way to travel to the US to take the exam, or you can take it abroad. Michael says the DV lottery website looks more legit than the dvprogram.state.gov. It may look more legit, doesn't mean it is. Okay, it's your choice where you want to go. I am telling you the official website is dvprogram.state.gov. And it changes all the time, changes every year. It's been dvprogram.state.gov for a few years. Everybody else going to other websites or being asked to pay or being allowed to apply right now, you're not really applying right now. The program is closed. So you want to go there, go there. Work permit, how you can apply for a work permit. In order to apply for a work permit, you either need a temporary visa to work, or you need your work permit as an application, sub-application to another green card application, perhaps. So in either case, you will need, one, an employer to sponsor you, or you need an application for a green card pending, could be family, employment, investment, something else. And while that is pending, you could apply for the work permit. All right. My girlfriend, she is there. What can I do, please? If you have met your girlfriend in person at least once, and your girlfriend is a US citizen, then she can file for you a fiancé visa. If she's not a US citizen, then you might want to give us a call and see what her options are, because there is no other way to get you here directly through that. That doesn't mean you don't have the investment option, employment option, or other options, okay? How can I get a visa to come to the US on my own to work? On your own, you can't really. You need an employer to petition for you. Is it possible to apply for a student visa? Yes, it is. And actually, the consulates that have reopened are processing student visa. The process for that is for you to find a school that will accept foreign students, then to go through the admission process at that specific school. And once they give you Form I-20, with that, we can help you obtain your student visa. And no, we cannot put you in touch with schools. And no, there is not a list out there that we can send you or a website to send you to do that. Okay, I'm a licensed nurse in Ghana. How do I get a permanent residence in the United States? I answered this question to another person right 2 minutes ago. You need to take the NCLEX exams first to show that you are qualified to practice nursing in the United States. Then you need to find an employer willing to petition for you to come to the United States. And the employer can petition for you for a work visa or permanent residency. When is B1, B2 tourist visa for US will be out? It really depends on the COVID situation in most consulates. Most consulates have been closed for a long period of time, and most consulates are still not giving appointments for B1, B2 tourist visas. You have to look to see if your particular consulate has started processing those, and if they did, then you can apply. I have a brother in Italy. I want to go and study there. Hope it will be possible for me. I hope so too. We cannot discuss Italian immigration because that is not something I know. We are only handling US immigration, and that is the only subject I can discuss. Do people filing for TPS need to file the parole document at the same time, or can do it later? I would suggest filing it later. Get your TPS first. There are other attorneys who will do it all at once, but you have to remember this. If you are traveling on advance parole, but before you apply for TPS, you did not enter with a visa, advance parole will no longer fix how you previously entered, and you will still not be able to apply for a green card. So if you are thinking to apply for advanced parole just so you can get a green card later, that's no longer an option. That has changed about 2 years ago, okay? Now, if you want it just because you want to travel back to your country, then yes, you can apply, but I still would advise that you travel you apply for that afterwards. What's the website for DV 2022? Well, this year they are going to actually run DV 2023. So the website is not up yet. The normal official website is dvprogram.state.gov, and that may change this year. There may not be a lottery this year. Follow us, and as soon as it reopens, we'll let you know. There are many people, and we get this message quite a bit. Oh, I found this website, or I found this other website. Oh, it looks much better than the government's website. I don't care what the website looks like. If it's not the official website, it's not the official website. So don't get scammed by going to other websites or being asked to pay anything, because application for the lottery is free. All right. Can I have a scholarship to come to US to work? Scholarship is for going to school to become a scholar. Coming to work, it's not a scholarship. Generally speaking, for you to obtain a student visa to come here and study, you need to show that you can pay your own tuition and room and board. If you want to come to work, you're not looking for a scholarship. In the United States, there is no such thing as a database or a website of places where you can find, this is the employers who are hiring in the US, or these are the schools that are taking foreign students. It doesn't work like that. Is there anything like direct recruitment for non-US immigrants? Not that I know of. For a sibling, how long does it take? For a sibling, it takes a minimum of 14 to 15 years. And depending on your country, if it's Mexico, Philippines, China, or India, it could be as high between 16 and 24 years. When will the lottery start? I don't have a crystal ball. When the government announces it, that's when I'll let you guys know. There is no such direct recruitment into the military. If you are not already a permanent resident, you will not be able to join. So that's what you need to remember. Okay, so I addressed a few of your questions. Let's go a little more into the topic. And the topic is, should you leave the United States if you are already here and you have a green card pending? And the answer to that is no, you should not. There may be opportunities, very limited, during which you should travel. So talk to your immigration attorney before you decide to travel. In some cases, in quite a few of them actually, and we see this all the time, people are abroad and are stuck outside the United States, cannot come back. And at that point, you have to start the process from scratch. So it really depends. If you have a dual intent visa, like you had an H-1B, you're still on an H-1B, then yes, you may be able to travel. If not, then you might want to reconsider. So the question was, I have a degree in computer science, want to work in the US. Find an employer who is willing to petition for you. And once they petition for you, they can do it for an H-1B visa. They can do it for a permanent residency. So you need to show that you are more qualified than any US worker who's going to apply for the same position. The employer cannot pay you less than they would otherwise pay a US worker. You also are looking to be a realtor. Is that possible? It is possible. Once you are here as a permanent resident, you can do anything else, but to get a visa as a realtor, no, it is not. How do I process my application to United States? I don't know what application you're talking about. If I'm still working in a certain country and my visa is still on, am I supposed to come to the US? Supposed to come to the US? You don't have to do anything. So you can stay where you are. Why would you want to come to the United States if that's not your goal? If your goal is not to come to the United States, then No, I assuming you are asking, I'm still in another country, your visa is still valid and you're still working there. Can you apply to come to the United States? Yes, of course you can, but you have to have a way to come to the United States, okay? What is the interview cost for someone who won the DV lottery? Well, if you won the lottery, you should be getting an email from the government that will tell you exactly what the fee is, because it will have an invoice attached and you need to pay for that, okay? Good. All right, so let's focus again on traveling outside the United States while your green card is pending. So when you are traveling outside the United States, at some point you have to come back to the United States. The letter that gave you the advance parole is issued by Homeland Security. When you come back in, okay, you are applying through CBP and immigration at the point of entry. That letter that you got from one agency, it's not binding on the other, meaning they don't have to honor that letter. They do in most cases, but we see more and more when they are not. Okay. All right, so we have addressed quite a bit of questions today. Hope that addressed as much as we can. We are going to be live again tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and we hope to see most of you there, okay? Have a marvelous day, and talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.